Do you ever wake up in the morning and feel a little stiff? Maybe a bit groggy, and you think about all the things you need to do today. You might wonder if you have the energy. If your body is up to it, it is a painful reality that, as we get older, worries about our health, about staying independent, can weigh on us. We hear stories, or maybe we even know someone, who has had a stroke, and the thought of that happening to us, losing control, becoming dependent, it can be truly frightening. It is a fear that sits in the back of many minds, especially as the years add up. But what if I told you there was a simple way? Something you could start doing the moment you wake up. That could build a powerful layer of protection. What if I told you that, as a geriatric stroke specialist, seeing what I see every day, there are 6 incredibly simple habits I wish every senior would adopt right after opening their eyes. These aren't difficult or complicated routines. They are small, gentle actions that can have a profound impact on your brain health, your circulation, and your overall well-being, potentially making a real difference in your risk and resilience against something like a stroke. In this video, I want to share these 6 habits with you. They are the foundation of a healthier, more protected day. Starting the very first second you are conscious, we'll walk through each one, understanding why it matters and how easy it is to fit into your morning. Please, watch to the end. Because I promise you, there is something at the very end that will surprise you with how simple yet crucial it is. Let's start with the first habit, and it happens before you even get out of bed. This might sound too simple to be effective, but trust me, it is foundational, especially as we age and our systems can be a little slower to get going after a night's rest. The very first thing I urge seniors to do after waking up is to take a moment, just a few seconds, to reorient themselves. What does that mean exactly? It means consciously acknowledging where you are, what day it is, and how you are feeling. Sounds almost childlike, doesn't it? But think about it. When you wake up, your body is transitioning from a state of rest, where your blood pressure is typically lower, circulation is slower, and your brain activity is different, to an upright, active state. This transition puts a little stress on your system. Jumping straight out of bed can cause a sudden drop in blood pressure, known as orthostatic hypotension, which can lead to dizziness, lightheadedness, and in some cases, falls. Falls are dangerous at any age, but for older adults, they can lead to serious injuries, including head injuries, which can sometimes even precede or mimic stroke symptoms, and prolonged immobility, which increases stroke risk. Beyond the physical, this moment of reorientation also helps your brain transition smoothly. For those with any level of cognitive change, even mild, or those who take medications that might affect their balance or awareness, this simple pause is vital for safety and clarity. So, how do you do this? It is incredibly simple. You wake up, you are lying in bed. Instead of pushing yourself up immediately, just lie there for a moment. Take a few deep breaths. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Feel the bed beneath you. Think to yourself, okay, I am in my bedroom. It's today's date. The sun is maybe coming through the window. If you share your room, acknowledge the presence of your partner. Just a few seconds of gentle awareness. This gives your blood pressure a moment to start regulating itself after being flat for hours. It allows your brain to fully wake up and process its surroundings before being asked to manage complex tasks like balance and coordination needed for standing and walking. For someone who might be slightly dehydrated overnight, or whose medication timing is just right to cause a dip in pressure upon standing, this simple pause can prevent a dangerous dizzy spell. Think of it like giving your internal systems a gentle nudge, a polite request to get ready, rather than a sudden shock. This isn't about lying there for 5 minutes. It is often just 15 to 30 seconds, enough time to take perhaps 3 to 5 conscious breaths. Enough time to feel your body. Notice any aches or stiffness, and just connect with the present moment. This habit is not just about physical safety. It also sets a calm tone for the day. It is a moment of mindfulness before the day's worries rush in. Starting your day with a moment of conscious presence, rather than a hurried scramble, can reduce overall stress. And we know that chronic stress is not good for cardiovascular health, which is intimately linked with stroke risk. For many years, I have seen patients who have had falls right after getting out of bed. Sometimes it leads to a fractured hip. Sometimes it is just a scare. But that fear stays with them. By building this simple habit of pausing and reorienting, you are actively reducing that specific risk. You are telling your body, hey, let's do this safely. It is particularly important if you have any history of dizziness, low blood pressure, or if you take medications for blood pressure, heart conditions, or even some types of pain relief, as these can sometimes affect your body's ability to regulate blood pressure quickly upon standing. It is a habit that costs nothing, takes almost no time, and the potential benefit, preventing a fall or a moment of dangerous dizziness, is immense. It is the most basic form of preparing your body and mind for the transition from sleep to wakefulness. Now, moving gently from that initial reorientation, the second habit builds directly upon it. Once you have taken that moment to pause and reorient yourself in bed, the next step is to sit up slowly. Do not swing your legs over and stand up in one fluid. Quick motion. After that initial few seconds of reorientation while lying down, gently prop yourself up to a seated position on the side of your bed. And again. Pause. There. This second pause is just as critical as the first. You should sit on the edge of the bed for another 30 seconds to a full minute before attempting to stand. Why another pause? Because sitting upright is the next significant change in position. Gravity is now starting to work on your blood differently. Your heart has to pump blood upwards to your brain against gravity, something it didn't need to do with the same effort while you were lying flat. This sitting pause gives your cardiovascular system a chance to adjust to this new position and ensure adequate blood flow to your brain before you demand even more from it by standing. Think of your blood pressure regulation system like an old car engine on a cold morning. It needs a moment to warm up before you rev it and drive off. Your body, especially as the cardiovascular system ages, needs that warm-up period for changes in posture. Sitting on the edge of the bed allows your blood pressure to stabilize in this intermediate position. If you were going to feel dizzy or lightheaded upon changing position, it is much safer to experience it while sitting on the bed, where you can easily lie back down, rather than standing where you are likely to fall. This habit directly addresses the risk of orthostatic hypotension again. But at the next level of postural change, during this sitting period, you can let your feet rest on the floor. Feel the floor beneath your feet. You can gently stretch your arms. Maybe do a small neck rotation if that is comfortable. Take a few more relaxed breaths. Use this time to simply be present before the demands of the day begin. Perhaps look out the window. Listen to the sounds around you. This is another opportunity to reinforce that calm start to the day. It is not wasted time. It is an investment in your safety and well-being. It is giving your brain and heart the necessary time to communicate and adjust. For someone who has experienced dizziness upon standing before, or who takes multiple medications, this step is non-negotiable. It is a simple buffer zone. I often explain it to my patients like climbing a ladder. You pause at each step to make sure you are stable before moving to the next. Waking up and getting out of bed involves several steps from lying to sitting, from sitting to standing, and then walking. Each step requires your body to make physiological adjustments. Rushing through these steps increases the chance that your body won't keep up, leading to instability. Sitting on the edge of the bed for a minute might feel like a small thing, but it is a powerful preventative measure against falls and the potential consequences, including injuries that can complicate existing health conditions or even precipitate new issues like blood clots that increase stroke risk. By consciously adding these two initial pauses, a brief moment lying down, then a minute sitting on the edge of the bed, you are building a foundation of safety and giving your circulatory system the gentle wake-up call it needs. These two simple actions, taking mere seconds to a minute each, are the quiet, powerful beginning to a stroke-conscious morning. Now that you have successfully navigated the transition from sleep to sitting safely on the side of your bed, Let's move to the third crucial habit to incorporate into those first moments, before you even stand up, while you are sitting there comfortably. The third habit is to hydrate gently. Have a glass of water ready by your bedside table before you go to sleep. The moment you are sitting up, reach for that water and take several sips. Maybe half a small glass or even a full small glass if you feel comfortable. Do not gulp it down quickly. Just sip it slowly and deliberately. Why is this so important right away overnight? Your body can become mildly dehydrated, even if you do not feel thirsty. Your body has used water for various metabolic processes while you slept. Dehydration, even mild, can affect blood thickness and volume. When your blood volume is lower or thicker, your heart has to work harder to pump it, and circulation can be less efficient. For older adults who may have a reduced sense of thirst or may take medications that can be dehydrating. Starting the day by rehydrating is a simple yet effective way to support healthy blood flow. Think of your blood like the oil in a car engine. If the oil level is low or the oil is too thick, the engine components do not run as smoothly, and the engine has to work harder, increasing wear and tear. Similarly, well-hydrated blood flows more easily through your arteries and veins. Efficient circulation is absolutely critical for brain health and stroke prevention. Strokes are often caused by blockages in blood vessels supplying the brain. Ischemic stroke or bleeding into the brain. Hemorrhagic stroke. Maintaining good hydration helps optimize blood flow and can subtly reduce the risk of blood clots forming. Having the water right there, visible on your bedside table, makes this habit easy to remember and implement before you even get caught up in the day's activities. You are literally giving your body the essential fluid it needs to start functioning optimally. It is a gentle way to wake up your digestive system too. Preparing it for breakfast. It also helps regulate blood pressure and can potentially reduce that morning dizziness we talked about for anyone prone to constipation. Another common issue as we age. Starting the day with water can also help encourage regular bowel movements, which is good for overall health and comfort. I often recommend lukewarm water, as it is gentle on the system, but room temperature is perfectly fine. Avoid ice-cold water first thing, as it can sometimes shock the system or cause stomach cramps in some people. Just plain water is best. Avoid sugary drinks, juices, or coffee right at this moment. Water is the pure fuel your body needs immediately. This habit, combined with the sitting pause, ensures that when you finally stand up, your body is better prepared, you are reoriented, and your circulatory system has received a gentle influx of necessary fluid to support healthy blood flow against gravity. It is a small ritual, but one that pays dividends throughout the morning and sets a positive tone for healthy habits for the rest of the day. It is proactive healthcare in its simplest form. Moving on from hydration. The fourth habit is directly related to getting your circulation going in a very safe way, while you are still sitting on the side of the bed after your sips of water. The fourth habit is to perform some gentle seated movements. Again, we are not talking about vigorous exercise here. We are talking about simple movements that help wake up your muscles and joints, improve flexibility, and most importantly, encourage blood flow without putting stress on your cardiovascular system in a standing position. What kind of movements start with your feet and ankles? Circle your ankles in one direction a few times, then the other. Point and flex your toes. This simple action helps pump blood from your lower legs back up towards your heart. This is particularly important for preventing blood pooling in the legs overnight and promoting good circulation in the extremities. Then move up to your knees. Gently extend and bend each leg a few times. Next, your hips. You can do a gentle seated march, lifting one knee slightly, then the other. Move to your upper body. Gentle shoulder rolls, forward and backward. Simple arm raises out to the side or forward. Nothing too strenuous. You can do gentle neck rotations, slowly turning your head from side to side and tilting your ear towards your shoulder. Listen to your body. Only do what feels comfortable and pain-free. These movements should feel easy and loosen you up, not strain you. Spend maybe 2 to 3 minutes on these gentle movements. Why are these specific movements important before standing? They are a transitional step that bridges the gap between complete rest and full mobility. By engaging your muscles, even lightly, you are helping to activate your circulatory system and prepare it for the increased demands of standing and walking. This further reduces the risk of dizziness or instability when you do eventually stand up. For someone who has stiffness or arthritis, these gentle movements are crucial for reducing morning pain and improving range of motion, making it easier and safer to move throughout the day. Furthermore, regular, gentle movement, even starting in bed or seated, contributes to overall vascular health over time. It helps maintain the flexibility of blood vessels and promotes better blood flow, which are key factors in reducing stroke risk. These seated movements are a form of low-impact exercise that is accessible to almost everyone. Regardless of fitness level or physical limitations, you can do them while still feeling safe and supported by the bed. Think of these movements as oiling the joints and getting the blood flowing in a controlled environment before you ask your body to bear your full weight and navigate your surroundings. It is a thoughtful way to prepare your physical self for the day ahead, ensuring that your muscles are not stiff and your circulation is already getting a head start. This habit, like the others, is about building resilience and reducing vulnerability during the potentially tricky morning transition period. It is about empowering yourself to move safely and comfortably right from the start of your day. So far, we have talked about reorienting while lying down, sitting up and pausing, hydrating with water, and doing some gentle seated movements. These 4 habits are all about safely transitioning your body from sleep to being ready to stand. Now that you have done these preparatory steps, you should feel more alert and your body should be more prepared for the next stage, which is standing up. This leads us to the 5th simple habit, and it is about how you approach the act of standing. The 5th habit is to stand up slowly and use support. You have sat on the side of the bed. You have had your water, done your gentle movements, and you have given your body time to adjust. Now, when you are ready to stand, do it mindfully. Do not just push yourself up with all your might and hope for the best. Position yourself so you can use a stable surface for support. This might be the edge of the bed if it is firm, a sturdy bedside table, or ideally, a piece of furniture like a dresser or a chair that is right beside your bed and won't tip over. Place your hands on this support. As you prepare to stand, lean forward slightly from your hips. Push off gently with your hands from the supporting surface and use your leg muscles to lift yourself to a standing position. Do not rush this. Once you are standing, do not immediately walk away. Pause for a few more seconds. Feel your feet firmly on the floor. Check in with your body. Do you feel steady? Are you dizzy at all? If you feel lightheaded or unsteady, sit back down immediately and wait a little longer before trying again. This standing pause, even if it is just 10 or 15 seconds, is the final check before you start moving independently. Using support is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of wisdom and prioritizing safety. As we age, balance can sometimes be less automatic than it was when we were younger. Muscles might not react as quickly. Having a stable point of contact as you stand provides an extra layer of security, reducing the risk of a wobble or a fall during that critical moment when your body is fully upright after hours of being horizontal. It is about minimizing the risk of a fall that could happen simply due to a momentary dip in blood pressure or a slight loss of balance. This habit also encourages you to engage your leg muscles properly as you stand, rather than relying solely on momentum or upper body strength, which is better for long-term mobility and strength. It makes the action of standing a controlled, deliberate movement rather than a hurried scramble. Think about how many falls happen when people are rushing. The morning can feel like a rush, getting to the bathroom, getting breakfast ready. But taking these few extra seconds to stand safely with support can prevent an incident that could derail your entire day, week, or even longer. For anyone who has had a stroke, balance issues or weakness on one side are common. For these individuals, using support is absolutely vital for safety. But even for seniors who have never had a stroke and feel perfectly steady, incorporating this habit is a smart, preventative measure. It is building a reliable safety protocol into your daily routine. It makes the transition from sitting to standing smooth and controlled. reducing the stress on your cardiovascular system and minimizing the risk of falls. It is another layer in that morning safety routine that helps protect your brain and body. So, we have covered reorienting, sitting up and pausing, hydrating, gentle seated movements, and standing up slowly with support. These 5 habits are all about a safe and gentle physical awakening. They prepare your body for the day ahead, specifically minimizing risks associated with the transition from sleep to activity, which is a vulnerable time for blood pressure fluctuations and potential falls. Now, let's talk about the 6th habit. And this one is perhaps the most subtle, but it has a profound impact, not just on your physical health, but also on your mental well-being. And believe it or not, your overall resilience, which is incredibly important for stroke prevention and recovery. The 6th habit, right after you have stood up safely and feel steady, is to set a positive intention for the day. This isn't about ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It is about consciously choosing a focus that is positive and empowering. It could be as simple as thinking, today, I will focus on being kind to myself. Or, today, I will find joy in small things. Or, today, I will move my body gently. It could be related to a specific goal. Like, today, I will call my friend. Or, today, I will work on that puzzle. Why is this important from a health perspective? Especially when we are talking about stroke chronic stress, anxiety, and a negative mindset can have detrimental effects on your physical health. They can contribute to high blood pressure, inflammation, and other factors that increase stroke risk. Conversely, cultivating a sense of purpose, positivity, and gratitude has been shown to improve cardiovascular health, boost the immune system, and enhance overall resilience. Starting your day with a positive intention is a powerful way to shape your mental landscape and build emotional strength. Think of your brain not just as the organ that controls your body, but also as the organ that processes your thoughts and emotions, just as you are gently waking up your physical body. This habit is about gently guiding your mind towards a constructive and a positive path. It is about taking control of your mental state before the day's events start to influence it. It is a proactive step against the potential tide of worries or frustrations that the day might bring. This habit doesn't require grand plans or forced happiness. It is a quiet, internal decision. It takes just a few seconds after you are standing. Take a deep breath and simply think or say to yourself your intention for the day. It is a personal practice. It grounds you in the present moment and gives you a focus that is within your control. For seniors who may face unique challenges like loneliness, loss, or health issues, consciously choosing a positive intention can be a vital tool for maintaining emotional well-being and a sense of agency. This mental resilience is a powerful, often underestimated factor in overall health and recovery from health challenges. It supports healthy sleep patterns, encourages healthier choices throughout the day, and helps manage stress, all of which indirectly or directly impact stroke risk and recovery. So, to quickly recap these 6 simple morning habits. First, reorient yourself while lying down. Second, sit up slowly and pause on the edge of the bed. Third, hydrate gently with water while sitting. Fourth, do some gentle seated movements. Fifth, stand up slowly using support and pause again. And sixth, set a positive intention for the day. Remember, each of these steps is small, taking mere seconds or a minute or two. When combined, they create a powerful, protective morning ritual. They are not about strenuous effort. They are about mindfulness, safety, and gently preparing your body and mind for the day. These habits help manage blood pressure transitions, improve circulation, you prevent falls, and set a positive mental tone. As a geriatric stroke specialist, I see the impact of stroke daily, the challenges, the recoveries, the lives changed. And I truly believe that incorporating these simple, almost intuitive steps into your morning routine can make a real difference in building resilience and potentially reducing your risk. Small changes truly can make a big difference to your health and happiness, especially when they are done consistently. These aren't one-off actions. They are habits to weave into the fabric of your daily life. They empower you, giving you a sense of control over your own well-being right from the start of the day. Please, Try incorporating just one or two of these tomorrow morning, and then gradually add the others. See how you feel. Notice the difference. I would love to hear your thoughts on these habits. Are you already doing some of them? Which one do you think you will start with? Share your experiences and questions in the comments below. Your insights could help someone else watching this video. If you found this information helpful, please give the video a like. It helps others who might benefit find it. And consider subscribing to my channel for more practical advice and insights on healthy aging and maintaining independence. Now, for that surprise I mentioned, after going through all these steps, the physical preparation, the hydration, the gentle movements, the safe standing, and setting a positive intention, the surprising thing is how much this simple morning routine sets the stage for the rest of your day without you even realizing it, by starting your day mindfully, safely, and positively. You are subtly influencing every choice you make thereafter. You are more likely to choose a healthy breakfast, more likely to stay hydrated, more likely to feel capable of incorporating movement later in the day, and more likely to approach challenges with a calmer perspective. The surprise is that these few minutes right after waking don't just mitigate immediate risks, they build momentum for a healthier, more vibrant day overall. They are the secret handshake between your morning self and your thriving self. Live your best life at every age. Thank you for watching. What does be quickly in